Okay, guys. I think now it's okay. It's working. So I'm sorry for my connection. It was really bad, and I don't know. But now I'm back, and I think the sound is okay. Everything is fine now. So as I was saying, I'm gonna restart what I was saying. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. As I said yesterday, that we would perhaps bounce out of this blue. Oh Jesus, no, that's so much. This blue trend line here. We would touch it and we would bounce, and that happened, which is nice, right? We bounced really good. We are still bouncing. Okay, this is not enough. Okay, we touched it, the blue line, and we are bouncing. Okay, but I don't recommend you guys to trade now, based on my speaking from my personal experience. I don't trade against the trend. Okay, if the trend is going down like we have here, the trend is going down. I don't trade against the trend. I don't trade against the trend. Nice. I don't trade against the trend. It's funny. Okay, and we are sitting below the 55 EMA. We are sitting below the 21 EMA. We are sitting below the 8 EMA perhaps. Let me check it here. The 8 EMA is another one that's gonna tell us if it works. It's not working. Okay, never mind. So this is the weekly chart. Okay, what I have for my daily chart, the whole picture is this. Remember, if you have been following me, this is the whole picture. Okay, and it seems that we are bouncing now. The way that we are bouncing now, we would have the formation of this B here. Okay, the formation of this B, we would have finished this A. Okay, just now this is a crazy dump. It has never happened before like this. Perhaps here, right? In this when it was like this was March. This happened, right? A huge dump like this it's a rare event, guys. Rare event. I wasn't expecting it, and no one was expecting it. Okay, and now we need to wait for this retracement, because this retracement is gonna tell us what's gonna happen next. Okay, that's the wisest thing to do now. Don't do nothing now. Just wait. If you of course, if you enter along here, you're gonna take your profit. But if you haven't, you just wait for the retracement. Okay, because we need to see what's gonna happen now, what the market is gonna tell us. Okay, this is a hypothesis. Okay, this red line here, I'm not sure. I can't guarantee that we are gonna that we are not gonna have a lower low here and touch this yellow line here. I am giving you guys this hypothesis based on this assumption that I think that we are gonna have this triangle formation here to end this correction in time, as we have finished the correction in price the way I see it here. Okay, with this sharp correction ABC here. If you look at my other chart, I have more data to show you guys. This is my other chart, and I have this a lot of Jesus. Let me take this out. Okay, this is my whole count. Okay, we are in a wave 1 of this degree here that we would call this is the intermediate degree. Okay, and we are now putting in a wave 2. We have this whole correction here, this whole correction structure. This was one of my counts that I was proposing. Okay, it's now invalidated. Why? Because it doesn't work like this. Okay, we have this sharp W. It's the same thing, but this X here, in order to this thing to be an expanded flat A, B, C, would need to have a higher price here. Okay, and it's not gonna happen. Okay, so I adapted to it. Okay, and this count here is invalidated. This is just hypothesis again. This is what we gave you guys. This is this is what we give you guys. We give you guys information, probabilities. Okay, what might happen. Okay, and this was one scenario. Okay, this is not gonna happen, at least not because of this price action, right? But we have indeed this two here that might touch the 4200. I use log scale, guys, because daily charts. I'm gonna show you guys. It's better than saying anything. I'm gonna turn off the log scale. See? And I'm gonna turn on. You have way more data. You have more information to work with. If you just use the arithmetic, which is this mode here, you don't have data here to really see what's going on at the beginning of the Bitcoin here at Bitfinex. So that's why I need logs. I need log scale to see some details that otherwise I couldn't. Okay. So this count here is invalidated, as I said. Okay. Let's take a look at this one here. This is the daily. As I said, we need confirmation. We need to see how much are we gonna bounce. Okay, if we use here our retracement tool from the top of this wave here to the bottom, this is our B. Okay, at least 7200, but I think it's not gonna happen. Okay, we are gonna bounce to the let's take a look at the daily chart, the hourly chart, right? Because let's see, here we have it. Okay, this is the hourly chart. Yeah, so just now we have a candle here, yeah, that's telling us that we have a nice buying pressure, and of course we bounced out of this support here that I was calling it. Now we have this resistance, yeah, and of course we stopped there. And this resistance here is about 6400, 6500, yeah, it's about this region here. Then we have this another resistance here. What I am suggesting you guys and proposing is that we are gonna get to this B here. Okay, that might be 7100. Yes, that's true. This is not impossible, actually. I was thinking about it, that was too much, but let me take this a little bit down. Yes, this is gonna be 7100, perhaps. It's difficult. We need to. Okay, what we should see now, in order to confirm this B here, we need to see the price act, the Bitcoin crossing this median line. Here's my pitchfork. Okay, we need to see the pitchfork. Bitcoin crossing the median line and the median line acting as a support, because now it's acting as a resistance. Okay, and then we need to see some kind of movement 1 2 3 4 5 for A, and then a B, and then a C. Inside of this B here that I'm proposing, a B. Okay, we need to see this A, B, C. Perhaps not such a sharp C, but I think it's gonna be something like this. Why? Because we need to break this resistance in order to confirm that we have an A, and stop here at this resistance here. Then this resistance here is gonna act as a support. Then we are gonna bounce and break this resistance and touch the resistance here. This resistance at the 50% of the retracement of this whole wave here, okay, which I marked with this purple line here. I'm gonna mark it yellow. This is the yellow 50%. Then we have this B. This B doesn't need to be that deep. Okay, the 50% is actually the sweet spot for a wave B, but let's see. We need a lot of things, a lot of ifs before we say anything. Okay, so first we need to have this 1 2 3 4 5, this motive impulse with this structure here for our wave A. This is gonna be our A, this is gonna be our B, and this is gonna be our C. Okay, so the way that I'm proposing, okay guys, the way that I'm proposing, this is what's gonna happen. Perhaps we don't have it, perhaps the market surprises us again and we see something completely different. Okay, but the way that I'm giving you guys is this. We're first gonna have this A. Okay, if we touch the 7,800 today or perhaps tomorrow, I am gonna be really confident to short it. Okay, and we have a kind of a reaction here. We need to see a 1 2 3 4 5 touching this resistance here. I'm gonna short it to get this B here. Okay, because this B can be unexpanded, but then we are talking about a lot of ifs. So just to get some nice profit here. Okay, I'm gonna short it here if we have this A. If we go as high as 6,800, okay, I would short, but that depends of course on the indicators and everything. Okay. Oh yes, I was talking about this clear bullish divergence. So this was not, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I was calling this bounce. Okay, and the same thing with the CMF. It touched it here. I wasn't seeing a lot of action, but then suddenly we see this price action here, and of course the OBV was also divergent. Okay, you see here and you see here, but the clear divergence here was in the RSI, right? You see it's a double bottom here, and we have a different lower low here, but a double bottom here. Of course we would bounce. That's why I said, you guys, wait for the retracement. Okay, the retracement is this 50% B here. Okay, so now we got stopped at this 6,400. Okay, and I'm waiting for us to get at least to this blue line here, 6,700. Okay, perhaps this purple line here, the pitchfork. Okay, let's use the pitchfork as a guideline as well, right? Perhaps we do something like this, and then we would eventually break this pitchfork, right, for this wave C. So, and this is 50% for our wave B. What leverage do you use? I use Bitfinex. Okay, I'm using Bitstamp here just because of the amount of data, but I just use Bitfinex, so is X3. It's not a lot of leverage. Okay, I'm really conservative when I'm shorting and when I'm longing. Okay, guys, really conservative. I'm thinking way more about risk management than everything else. I don't care about losing or making profits, but I do care about the whether or not I'm doing good trades, if I'm entering at the right moment, and if I have a stop loss. Okay, if I have a really tight stop loss that's gonna prevent me from losing money. Okay, from losing a lot of money. If this stop loss is protecting me against risk. Okay, so this is my setup, guys. I need to wait. The way I play, I'm gonna wait for this A 7,800. Okay, this is the way that I'm gonna play. I'm gonna wait for this region here. That I'm telling you guys that this is a resistance. Okay, and of course I'm gonna wait for the indicators as well. I'm gonna wait for some kind of information, but I'm gonna keep you guys update about the indicators if I see some divergence and so forth. Okay, what about other yeah, now this is I'm gonna wipe this out because it's not relevant any longer. Um, yes. Do you guys have questions about Bitcoin? Some different ideas? I'm open for questions and for different counts, for feedbacks, perhaps something different that you guys have in mind. Yes. Yeah, this is a significant amount of sellers, huh? Yes, this need to be. How low do you think we are going long term? Yes, I don't know if you have been here since the beginning of the streaming, but I said that this red line here is a hypothesis. Uh, Taking this red line into consideration, we wouldn't have a lower low. We would touch it like 6,400. I'm sorry, 6,000. Okay, 6,000. This would be our C wave here. Okay, 6,000. Perhaps 9,000, but we wouldn't challenge this low, the lowest low of the year, which was the 5,800. Okay, 5,879. Okay, we wouldn't challenge it according to this hypothesis here. Why I am proposing this hypothesis, guys? Because of the relationship between, let me show you guys this. This is my other chart here. That okay, the count is different here, but let me do this. Let me use this one here, because assume that we have a 1 here and a 2 here. Okay, this is wave 2. I have the proof that this is wave 2. It's clear because I counted each of these subwaves here, and I have a clear relationship between each of these waves with to the micro degree. So it's really difficult to come up with a different count that doesn't take into consideration that this is a wave 1 and this is a wave 2. Okay, that says something otherwise. But I am assuming that this is 1 and 2. Okay, this is the ABC we have here. If we bear with me, guys, because this takes a little bit of work. Let me take the bottom of it, okay, and I'm gonna retrace. This is the bottom. I'm gonna get the absolute bottom, okay, absolute bottom to the top here, which was our 20k, right? Around 20k. There we have it, right? So we have retraced to the golden zone there, right? We have been lingering. We have pierced through the golden zone. Yeah, if you see it, we have pierced. We are now halfway through to the 786, which is not a bad place for waves 2, by the way, especially for Bitcoin. But I think that we are not gonna touch it, 786. Why? Because we have retraced a huge amount of price here in 2 months. We have retraced A, B, C. This is 5% of this whole price, this whole impulse wave. We have retraced in just 3 months. Okay, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot in just 2 months, 3 months. And then when it happens in markets, what we see is that we need to retrace in time. It's when we see this kind of pattern here, this lateral sideways pattern. It's when we see this pattern, it's because the asset is correcting in time. Okay, so we have a relationship between the amount of time that we spent in this parabolic movement here. You see this movement here, data range. Okay, this is the 2. Okay, this is when we started this whole movement here, this whole parabolic movement. This was 1070 days. Okay, and now we are correcting, okay, for 237 days. We have a guideline, a basic guideline, guys, that tells us. I can show you guys, but the previous corrections to show you the relationship. But we have a relationship between the time that we spent in an impulse wave and the time that we are gonna spend in the corrective wave. Okay, we have a relationship. It's not arbitrary. Okay, and what I'm proposing is that we have 1070 days. So, and we have been correcting for 234 days. The guideline says us is that at least 24% of the time spent in the impulse wave should be spent in the correction. Okay, so if we do the math here, okay, let's do the math. If we divide the 234 days divided by 1070, 21% of the time. Okay, this is on Bitstamp, and in allowing for this low here, we haven't yet reached 24%. We haven't. So we need more time to correct and to get to this perhaps 300, perhaps until the end of the year, guys. Yes, like 290 days. On Bitfinex, this count is different. The math is different. I don't know why. I need I need to remember what I was doing before, because I have a different count that, assuming that count, we have already retraced 24% of the time, but on Bitstamp we haven't. So let's see, 290 days, okay, almost 1 year. That would give us 27%, okay, which is a nice number. So I am assuming, that's why I'm giving you guys this ABCDE here inside of the Y. Okay, I'm proposing you guys because I think that we have retraced enough in price, but in time we haven't. We have yet to spend more time in this correction. Okay, that's the guideline that I'm following. Okay, I'm expecting BC to retrace 63, 66. So yes, CryptoPus, yes, we are gonna go at least to 6,000, at least. Okay, but not now. We need to have some kind of bounce. Okay, we need to have some kind of bounce, and it's gonna, and we are gonna we won't bounce to the, we are gonna test 6,800, in my opinion 6,700. Okay, and then we are gonna get to the 6,200, and then, or perhaps a bit higher, 6,400, and then we are gonna go higher, 7,200. This is my target. Okay, this is my hourly chart. But what I was talking about here is this, the long-term perspective. The long-term perspective, the way I see it, okay, the way I see it, is that we are gonna start now this B, and then we are gonna have a C that won't put a new low. Why? Because as I have been explaining, we haven't retraced enough. We haven't retraced enough in time, but we have retraced enough in price. Okay, I might be wrong, completely wrong though. I might be. Okay, why? Because we can retrace to 786. That would be 4,200. Okay, so then this red line here would be invalidated. Okay, that's okay. I'm considering it as well, but I like this idea of this contraction here. I like it, but this is a technician. This is speaking as a technician. Okay, the market doesn't need to work the way I like. Okay, never. Actually, we need to react to the market, and I'm gonna be prepared to work with the market. I'm gonna be prepared to react to the market. Okay, and present a different thing, because actually nothing is gonna change. We are gonna have an ABC here the same way, but you're gonna have a deeper C. Okay, that's what's gonna happen, and we might touch 5,400, 5,000, but then we're gonna have a bounce, and then we're gonna go down again. If we are to see 786, we need to break this. We need to break this geometry, or we need a lot of time. You see why we need a lot of time? To keep this geometry, guys. You see? To keep this geometry, and don't break it. Don't break those trend lines. We need a lot of time. You see? We would need to go sideways for this year and the next year. That's the theory behind it. That's the reason behind I am proposing this red line here as well, right? Because if you want to get to the 786 and keep this geometry here, that would mean that would get there in 480 days. Okay, that would take a lot of time. Okay, it's not impossible. That would be nice actually, because it would have a nice relationship between the time spent in the impulse and the time spent in the correction. But again, this is a hypothesis that I'm proposing, this red line that would take us sooner, not that sooner, but rather sooner to the to a trend reversal. Okay, that's my perspective, my long-term perspective, guys. So questions, suggestions, different views. I'm open here for different, or if you want to ask me to take a look at a different coin, because all the altcoins now, it's gonna bounce a bit and it's gonna wait for Bitcoin. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. I'm gonna trade IOTA, for example. Okay, because we have this low here, this crazy low here. We have crossed this trend line that was, oh my goodness. This trend line was the last trend line. There is nothing else here, nothing, and we cross it. So this is almost breaking any sort of technical pivot that we would have. If we consider that it's a 1, 2, we are almost breaking it. Yes, we are at the last. This box here, it's the last, the last support. We don't have anything else. Okay, this box here, it would be, oh my goodness, this would be the end of IOTA. That's why I'm trading. I am in a long here. Okay, I am in a long here. But Bitcoin, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this bounce here. Oh, we have EOS as well. Sorry for the editor. Yes, I proposed this. This was my setup and I got stopped. It's okay. I was counting on it. Yeah, and you see this box here? This was my support. We broke it. Yes, I am not in a position now because I got stopped here. I was expecting it to hold, because this is not gonna be a 1, 2 now. This is gonna go lower, I think. Yeah, if this is gonna be difficult, I need to recount this whole structure here. Yeah, so my stop loss was in this position here, and then now I'm in no position. Okay, guys, EOS, I need to wait. We broke this trend line here. It's now, I expect it to touch it here now. So I expect it to retrace to $6.22. $6.22. Sorry. Okay, this is my EOS. I love to trade it on Bitfinex. Has a lot of volatility. I expect it to touch it again here at the CMF. When it touched the 0 here, we expect it to do something. Okay, that's what is nice about the CMF. Okay, the shocking money flow. When it touches the zero here line, it's when you see something happens. Okay, you see here when it touched the zero, we saw a hump, and then it went down a bit, but then we are seeing this movement going up, right? And sometimes we see weird things like this. It's going down like crazy. Yeah, but before it went down, it touched the zero. See? It touched the zero. It tried, touched the zero, and then we had the huge dump. Okay, if you were paying attention at the CMF, you would see. And it broke this line of resistance as I played here at the RSI. That's why I had my stop loss where I marked it here. I knew that if it broke it here, this line here at the MACD, okay, this was clear for me. So this is my protection, okay. Those lines here are my protection. I knew if it would if we broke this lowest low here, there's a lower point here at the CMF, at the RSI, I would get stopped. Okay. This is how I use the indicators. I use the indicators to protect me as well, right? So that's it, I think. Guys, do you have any questions? Again, I'm open for you guys. If you wanna take a different, if you wanna meet, you take a different look at Bitcoin. If you want to propose a different view, a different count, I'm here. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap up this thing and I'm gonna post this on my YouTube, okay, as always, and you guys can always check it later if you haven't watched it, and if you guys want to see what I have discussed, it's always interesting to go and see it again there, okay. So I'm gonna wrap up here things. Yes. If you guys haven't followed me yet on Twitter, please consider doing so. And I want you guys to ask me questions, Mr. Peekaboo. Yeah, thank you very much. I want you guys to ask me questions. It's always nice for you guys to ask me questions and to propose me different things. Yes. But I'm gonna try to stream every day now, okay? Guys, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, please consider doing so. This is my YouTube channel. I'm gonna post my video there, this video there, okay? And we have a Discord now, right? We need to let me give you guys an invitation for our Discord. Okay, wait a sec. Sorry for this is our Discord. Okay, and there you have a lot of information, my TAs, and we are gonna be there. Are you a full-time trader? Yes, I am full-time trader. And of course I work with something else, but most of the time I am here doing my analysis, and I am kind of retired, you know, and I am an investor. To be honest, I am 80% an investor and 20% a trader. If you understand the difference, I just trade 20% of my portfolio. Okay? And I'm not a day trader. I am more like, yes, I am a 3 days trader. So, guys, thanks for watching. This is so nice to have you guys here. You have my Discord, my YouTube channel, my Twitter, and that's it. Thank you very much for your time, and we see each other next one. Bye bye. Cheers.